All right. Welcome to another KvCore training class today, guys. I'm Jason.yeager with eXp Realty. If you are new to the channel, we cover all things KvCore here and some AI for your business. If you're not with eXp, you don't have to be with eXp in order to get value from this channel. There are several brokerages that do offer KvCore to their agents. So you will get a lot of value just by simply being able to dive in and learn how to use the CRM to its fullest potential. Today, I wanted to go over how to market your new listings in KvCore, putting together a marketing strategy for your seller clients and a system that you can use to be able to teach other listing agents as you build and grow a team to be able to put a strategy together and to be able to explain to a seller at a listing table all the things that you do above and beyond just sticking a sign in the yard, putting it in the MLS. So let's go dive in. Go ahead and get started, guys. If you're watching live on Workplace, we are streaming there. So be sure to leave us questions and comments there. We're here on Zoom as well. But if you miss the live today, you can always catch it on the YouTube channel. I'll upload that later today. We do these the first Tuesday of every single month. And we've been doing this for a little over a year. I'm really excited to continue helping agents grow their business using technology, using their data, diving into their database and keeping their database organized and being able to grow and leverage their business through their CRM in KvCore. So all right, let's get started. Let me just quickly share screen here. Go full. There it is. Okay. Here's the YouTube channel for anybody that didn't get the video earlier while we were live. So let's go to our KvCore platform here. You're going to open up to the dashboard here. Now you will see right away, you'll have the playbooks right here. And that's kind of the majority of what we're going to go over today is how to use the promote a new listing playbook, which is one of the playbooks that's already provided for you. Now, you may ask, what is a playbook? So, I mean, it's just like if you think about a football game or any kind of a game where you have a book of plays, strategies, systems, all the things that you're going to need to come up with on how to uh, get leads for your listing, right? How to market it to your own database and to people who aren't already in your database, right? You're going to grow that database. And so that they've already put together a whole playbook that's already done for you. You can access it right here on your dashboard, right here. Or you can just simply go over here to the left-hand side, and there is a menu right over here for playbooks right here for you. So either way, just click on those three little lines to minimize or maximize that little window if you don't already see that. Okay, but that's the icon for your playbooks. All right, so we're actually going to use promote a new listing. Okay, now here inside of the playbooks, you've got start a new playbook and you've got revisit or continue a playbook. Okay, now any new listings that you're personally, so there's defaults to my listings right here, the drop down menu. So you can just click on that green button to start promoting any one of your listings. Okay, so you can, let's just use this one right here, right? So you can, we'll do one from scratch. Okay, now right away you'll see right here this first play in your playbook is contact matching buyers. Okay. Now, This is probably going to be the most crucial, easy to put together type system to be able to reach out to a database that you already have. If you are highly organized and already have filtered groups in your CRM already for different types of buyers, sellers, whatever, what have you, through hashtags, through uh, any other type of filters that you've already created, save filters in your system, you'll see here later that you can do this manually too. But KvCore in and of itself, as you're getting leads through different sources, people will, if as long as they're on a filtered search, of some kind, then and they're looking and actively looking at properties in your KvCore, then KvCore will already start kind of establishing who your ideal buyer might be for this listing. Okay, and that's one of the powers of having a CRM that can do that for you, is that if you don't want to have to try to create your own systems to try to organize and build a target audience, KvCore can do that for you. So make it simple. Really, you're just going to have a KvCore smart list right here, right? They've already got a list right here ready to go of people that are ideal buyers for this particular listing here. Okay. Now at the top here, you'll see add seller. Okay. The add seller feature here is if you would want to hopefully have your seller's contact information already in your database. If not, you can just add them from here. But you can add your seller's name and it'll auto-populates, find them in your CRM, and then they can be included on any reports for all the things that you're doing in the back end of your CRM to help promote their listing. So they can see that you're working. And that's a really neat feature to be able to keep them updated weekly on, they'll get an email automatically from KvCore that will share with them how many views that their property is getting, how many clicks, engagement of that nature. Really powerful tool. So make sure that you include your sellers in on those reports too. It's just done for you. This is stuff that, really a highly trained administrative assistant or a listing specialist would be, you'd be paying somebody to do this when you have several listings, to be able to communicate with your clients about what all you've been doing and how the marketing has been going, right? So KvCore can stand in the gap for you and do that very simple with technology. Okay. So that's the first thing, is that we want to start looking at contact matching buyers. So right here, the KvCore Smart List is a list of all contacts in your CRM who have search alerts that match the criteria of your listing. Okay, so you could do that, or if you didn't have anybody, ideally, if there was nobody in this list, right, then you could do a custom list. Okay, and that's what I was talking about before, is if you've already got a really, I do, whenever I get a lead, and before I leave that new lead, I make sure that their hashtags are all applicable and what I think would be applicable for future marketing purposes. Okay. If I'm advertising a lead in a certain city, a listing in a city, and I'm getting leads for that listing in that city, I'm going to make sure that either automatically they get a hashtag for the city of the property that it's in, because chances are they may be interested in other properties within that city. Or if you want to get real micro niche, if you're farming a neighborhood and you're door knocking, you're getting listings in a very specific neighborhood, then add the hashtag for every lead that's opting in for that neighborhood. Because if you know that neighborhood backwards and forwards, and that's going to be your target ideal audience, then hashtag them with the name of that neighborhood always, so that later when you get a new listing that comes in that neighborhood, you can immediately send it to everybody that you've already been touching and contacting in your database. That's going to be very, very powerful. So just some suggestions on how to build your own custom list would be a city, a type of buyer, first-time home buyer. Anytime I have a conversation with somebody and they say, I'm a first-time home buyer, I'm putting that hashtag first-time home buyer. Anytime I was saying we are looking to, we're military, veteran, anything like that, you can start hashtagging all of those types of buyers or sellers with veteran, BA, whatever you want to do in there, but keep it consistent, right? So that when you go to search for those people, when you create this filter, you can search for the hashtag of the type of buyer. 200 to 300,000, maybe a price range, right? 200 to 300,000 to under under 100,000. Investor, if you are marketing a listing that is going to be ideal for investor clients, that's a big one. Then start making sure that as you're building your database, you're building those hashtags for the type of people that you want to market to later. Okay, so KvCore has a smart list, but within here you have these other saved filters that if you've built any saved filters in your database that you access quite a bit, then you're going to want to use the save filter here. That's all these quick little save filters that we've already established in my particular database, right? But if you have hashtags, you're going to put them here, okay? Now, down below the KvCore Smart List is also send a text message, and then they have uh, the promote a listing playbook canned message right here. This is kind of a default message. Hi, first name. I have a new listing that matches your search criteria. Click here, and then it has a bracket for the listing link to be inputted for it to check it out. Thanks. And then the agent's first name. So pretty simple, done for you. You don't have to reinvent anything. It's already ready to go. If you want to tweak this, you can. You're absolutely you can. If you have already a text template that you've already thought of that you like to use to get people to click on a new listing that you're got, maybe a new listing first text, whatever you want to call it, you'll have to create the template first. You can't create it from here, but if you already have a template, you can search for it and input it here, right? So if you wanted to include a core video, now I highly recommend if you really want to get some real engagement, then use core video. Anytime you can include video into a text or an email, your likelihood of engagement goes way, way up. It helps personalize it. And you might be able to include some really good, valuable information that's only in the video, that's not maybe necessarily in the text itself. So consider using core video there. And when you click on that, it takes you right into the deal to be able to set that up. If you've already got a video that you've made once before and you've got it saved in your library, then you don't have to, you can literally be doing this in your underwear, sipping coffee with your hair completely disheveled and be able to get a lot of great effective. You don't have to be ready for video all the time. But that's the power of being able to have templates that you did one day and did all the things that you're going to be using over and over again. Create the template and have it in your library, so you can select from a drop down of all these different templates that are in the core video library. Okay, so just a suggestion there. And then of course the next deal right here is schedule an email. These are all checked by default when you select this first play, contact matching buyers. It's gonna KvCore will send it out to this particular list, right? And it's going to send this text message and send this email. If you just want to do text, then uncheck the email there. Okay. If you wanted, I would recommend at least hitting both, because sometimes leads that you've opted in, if you've only been asking for a phone number, then that's all you've got to market them to. You don't really know how many of your list here have both a phone number and an email. So it's best, in my opinion, to hit them up by both ways. And you probably will get more immediate engagement from the text message, honestly. But vice versa. You may just have an email. If somebody opted in through like a Facebook lead that was like a continue with Facebook type opt-in, then they didn't they didn't submit a phone number. They just gave the email that they have registered with Facebook, and that's the only email you've got. So it can go both ways. So I would recommend try to capture them both times in there. And then if you wanted to, you're looking through the KvCore smart list and you'll be like, oh yeah, no, I already know that person is not interested in this home, or whatever. You don't want to hit them up in a mass deal. Then go through your list here that KvCore is suggesting. If you're going to use the smart list, then go through and make sure that all of these that you want to be on this list here. This is a pretty extensive list of people, but you can uncheck any of these that you want, or like I said, build out your own custom list. Okay. Any questions so far? Let me check the workplace. Okay, looks like we're good. Okay. Um, in the email here, again, same thing. They have an email template that you can use, or I don't know why it's not populating maybe because I unchecked it. Promote. Let's do that as a promote listing contact. Yeah, promote a listing playbook. There it is. So this would be the default one that KvCore provides in their playbook. New listing announcement, and the subject is here's a new listing you don't want to miss. I would recommend adding an emoji to your subject line. There's been a lot of recent staying trendy with email engagement and trying to stay on top of what is popular right now to get people to click on emails, because I know a lot of people's opinions are, well, email marketing is dead. Nobody, opens emails, but it's free. Emails are free. It's, something that, maybe not a good majority of people check emails regularly, but if they are in the market for buying homes, they're getting emails from Zillow. They're getting emails from other realtors. If they're starting to increase their search, they're getting closer to their emails on their phone, or wherever, so they're trying to be in touch. But it's worth casting a large net, being able to build an email database of people that you could. I've done it year over year, gotten listings in deals from email marketing that was on auto stuff all the time, and that's stuff that it cost me nothing. you know those are the best kind of leads when you get them to close, and it costs you not maybe the initial whatever cost to get them into your system, whatever, however you got them in there in the first place. But the follow-up, the email follow-up is super important. So I'm a big believer in using email marketing. And here it's already got all of the brackets, the tagged areas for you. They'll have a main photo here, the address of the property down below. If you want to spruce this up, I don't know if you can. Okay, because it's a template, you can't go in here and mess with it, I guess. So then it's a
I think
scheduled
there's
email.
an
That's the other thing I
edit
want
right
you
there.
to
Sorry. I think I see an edit button to the right of your use core value blue button where it says
your
edit.
face is in front of covering it up. So that's
Oh,
why all the time it's like this
does that matter?
window with
This
all
is
everybody
perfect.
in
I
the
wouldn't
in the
overthink it.
Zoom. It
Yeah. We
inhibits
don't
my
need to
view of my
overthink it. I think
desktop.
you just use this, I mean, unless it says something really weird or something. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
why.
great.
Just,
There's other templates.
yeah.
There's a new listing template in here that I use a lot too. Um, wait, that one. So this
Yeah.
one, um,
Yeah.
it's got your agent header. That would be up here, just listed. You know, this is the default one. I have one that I just go in, and then in the template editor, I go in and just add my branded colors, make all of this the buttons and the
Yeah.
fonts and everything are yeah, brand it to my color, but it looks weird because this is all just you know, not meta tag, but
It's just gonna auto-populate all
yeah,
of
it'll
that
put
stuff, pull
all the
all of that
important stuff.
stuff, so
I
it looks
wish
like
that
it's done for you.
Yeah, I wish that there was a way that you could. Oh, cool. So in the edit, it'll take you to the editor here, and then it'll take right to yeah. So right here, you can do all the things that you want to do and change this up. We're not going to deep dive into all of that, but if you want to do that, that's good. That they'll at least let you be able to tweak that if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just already created. That template is already created
Mm-hmm.
for you, and it's gonna populate because it has all those little meta
Yeah.
tags in there, basically, or whatever they're called.
Yeah. So before you leave,
Merge tags,
it's
sorry.
schedule an email here. So you need to be able to put the date that you want this email to go out. Okay. It obviously needs to be after the current day and time. So that's that first play, contact matching buyers. That's it in a nutshell. You can also, the next play I want to talk to you about is the utilizing the custom code, custom text code. Okay. When you get a new listing, right here, you have a text code for this particular one. It defaults to the address of the property. So 301 Redbud Street, right? It takes the first
Yeah.
little bit, 301 Redbud S
Red
text
buds.
code. And you can edit this, I think, right here in the edit
Yeah,
settings. You can make the
yeah,
text code be whatever you want it to be, okay? And then it's
yeah.
going to go to your smart number, okay? Now, for me, that where you put, how do they find this number? Well, for me, I make sure that all my listings on my sign writers have my smart code on it. That's my call to action for all of my signs. Anything that you want publicly to inquire about a listing, whether it's on social media or if it's in print materials on a flyer that you're going to hand out or on your sign writers themselves, I use that my personal KvCore smart number to be able to capture that lead. So they just send when you can actually go to a sign company and say, hey, can I get a sign writer that just says text 301 red buds for more info?
Or we can edit
You know,
that to red bud.
yeah, in this particular case, it's red buttons. Whatever the text code is, you're going to say, you put a sign writer that says text, whatever the
Yeah,
text code is to the number, to or just have it text the text code for more info. And then they see the number on the sign or they see it wherever you're going to put it. You're going to need to make sure that they know what the number is somewhere if you're going to put it on social media. But then what are they going to send once they text that, right? So you just put the MLS ID is already populated here for you on this playbook, and then it will send them a link to the listing on your website. So it comes in automatically as a lead. You've got their phone number, and that's somebody, in this particular case, if for a sign writer, that's somebody who's driving by and wants more info on the property. That's a really great lead. Um, then you could have a specific message that you wanted to text them once they opt in, right? So here's what I would suggest. You could go to um, a video like, okay, I've got any video that you want to. Let's say there's a listing video for down here something. You could take the link for the YouTube video, copy that, and then paste it into here, and then have hey, thanks for requesting info on our newest listing at 301 Redbud. Check out this video tour and then there's a MLS link in the description if you want more info or to schedule a showing. I don't know, whatever. So then you could do that, and then I don't know, you could put some like arrows pointing to the link right here, whatever you want to do, an emoji with a little arrow. I do that a lot. But just something, a quick little message that gives them a link to go back and watch the video tour if you've got one, or a virtual walkthrough, tour. If I wouldn't suggest directing that to a landing page, because I mean, I guess if you had another video or a video of you talking about the listing, anything that would help get them some really good engaging video content of info about the home, you could link it into the text code, and then but you want to drive them back to the website ultimately. You're trying to get them back to the website. Once they've texted, they're already a lead. That's why I was saying, taking them back to a landing page where you're trying to capture maybe an email, or something. Get that once you get them on the phone, and you followed up with them, or through some other automated follow-up to try to capture that email information later, because it doesn't make sense for them to opt in through a text code somewhere. They've now become a lead, and now you're asking them to go to another landing page or a squeeze page somewhere to give more information of their email. But I think once they become a lead anyway and they land on your page, I'm not sure if KvCore, if your website is already set up to capture leads after 2 or 3 clicks on listings, if it would do that, if they've already got if you've already opted in as a lead through a text code. So that would be something I need to check out. But anyway, that's how you use the text code feature. Again, putting that text call to action in TikTok videos, Reels, Instagram Reels, easy calls to action to say, text this for more info. To, check out the full video, just text this, whatever. That's the easy way to be able to get somebody to opt in for a lead. Okay. So, right. So there's that. The next play here is leveraging social media. Okay. Let's go Property Boost now. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Property Boost, this is KvCore's done for you Facebook advertising. They have already got a list of, they pay the money to have an advertising agency take these listings that are inputted into their database, and then they go and use the YouTube, wow, the Facebook algorithm to identify people who are already either looking at properties on Zillow. They've got their Facebook obviously has their own way to establish who would be an ideal lead for you. And this is kind of the next step up from simply posting a link to your listing yourself on Facebook and then boosting the post. You'll see that a lot on your business pages. It'll suggest every time that you post anything on your business page, it'll ask you want to put some money behind this and get more people eyeballs on it. And there's best practices on what type of lead you're going to get through Boost and actually creating a Facebook ad from scratch. And I'll get into all that in maybe another, that's really separate from KvCore. But if you guys want to know more about how to deep dive into posting your own Facebook ads for your listings in the back end, we can certainly do that. But I really want to hear from you guys if that's something that interests you or not. So let me know down in the comments below, and I'll maybe cover that in a later video. But for now, the property boost is, again, a simple, quick, and easy done for you. You just decide the budget and then it will do the rest. Okay. So when you go into Property Boost, impress your agents and their sellers with one-of-a-kind social media marketing campaigns, programs for listings. Property Boost uses intelligent automation to maximize listing exposure, build brand awareness, and generate qualified leads for every new listing without creating any more work for you or your agents. Yes, please. Sign me up. So you go through here, you start Boost now. Make sure there's no, that's kind of the general copy of what that's going to look like on the front end to a consumer, right? So it takes you to the Property Boost. It's like this, you'll notice that it's opening up a new window because Property Boost is a third-party deal that's tied in with KvCore here, okay? So you have some options here. If it's listing the life cycle of the ad below to leverage all boost types, okay? So you have open house. If you're wanting to promote open house, then you can change the copy ad to promote the open house. You have just reduced or price reduced. You know, you could, if you've done a price adjustment, and then just sold. If you're allowed in your market to advertise, obviously you say just sold, but if you're allowed to advertise the price, it would be the only difference here because different MLSs, different states regulations may or may not be able to allow you to post. You can say just sold, but you can't post the price. Maybe out here in Missouri, we're not allowed to publicly display the sold price. So anyway, for a new listing, you go here. You can change the image if you want. It's just taking the first main image. You can make that whatever you want. Just click there and adjust that if you need. Something that would be, really eye-popping and engaging would be my suggestion because you just get the one photo on the front face of this to click to learn more, in this particular case. This is going to be the one thing that's going to keep them from continuing to scroll. So make it a really good photo. Display the price or not. You could toggle that on or off. Display the image overlay. So what is that? So here you have just listed, right? If it was open house, it would be open house. See? So that's the difference. And you can't really do much about tweaking that at all. It's just a little ribbon that goes across the corner of it is really all. Just another little thing to kind of capture their attention, if you will. When a user clicks on your ad, they will land on the selected website. And then you tell it where you want it to go. Okay, so make sure when you're doing this, you take them to your website, not the general brokerage website, okay? So the boost will send traffic to your page. With smart auto targeting, your listing is advertised in and around its location. You can change your targeting to advertise in another city. So you can change the targeting right here if you want to get a little more specific, okay? I'm in a pretty rural area, so to be pretty micro with where this particular listing, it would be actually better suited to try to increase the radius on this, to be able to capture more of the general metro area of Springfield also, whatever. You could center on here, there, or add a target area. If you want to add a new area, move that, adjust it, over there if you want, okay? Remove the last target, okay? So here's just some things that you can tweak around if you want to do that, okay? Now, add compliance text. If you require additional information for your ad to comply with regulations, please enter it here and it will show at the bottom of the ad. So this immediately makes me think of agents that are like buyer's agents who don't maybe have their own listings, but they're trying to capture leads, to promote this doesn't have to be your listing. It can be a listing that's in your brokerage, or any listing as long as you have permission from the listing agent. So always call, make sure that they would be good with you sharing something on social, to promote and find a buyer. And if they're good with that, then I would always let them know that, of course, we'll put a listing disclaimer on it, so then you can, put any information right there for compliance, listing provided by the brokerage, whatever, and then you can add the seller information for the property boost so they can see the activity like we talked about before. They can see all the traffic and the activity that's going on through this little button down here. Okay. Okay, so that's it. And then down here, you choose a pricing plan. $60 is the default. Choose a listing, open house, price reduction, or just a sold ad type. Your ad runs for 7 days. The ad will be seen up to 2,000 times, and you get up to 16 contacts to your database. For $60, you get up to 16 new leads right there. $45 will get you up to 12. Your ad will be seen up to 1,000 times, and the ad runs for 3 days. This is great for an open house. You're gonna run a little boost for the open house on a Wednesday, and then by Saturday the deal's done, and then your open house is ready to go, and then you've got some leads to be able to follow up with to personally invite them to the open house with a video, a call, or a text. The extended promotion is $150. The ad will run for 3 weeks. You get 6,000. Ad will be seen up to 6,000 times, and add up to 48 contacts to your database. And then $250 is a life cycle ad. So the life cycle ad is basically as you get the new listing, and then you went under contract, or if you did a price reduction, and then you sold it, or you did the open house, all of those status changes as you're doing it all in the MLS, it automatically continues to send that out. And this runs for 4 weeks, for a whole month, updated as your listing changes. Ads will be seen up to 8,000 times, and add up to 50 contacts to your database for $250. So these are definitely small investments on top of your video, photos, print materials, and other things that you're going to be doing to invest up front. Having a budget for under $300 for additional opportunities to get some leads to call and maybe double in the deal. I mean, why not? That's pretty awesome. And like I said, it's all done for you. So you will start getting leads pretty quickly as soon as you put your information in there. Okay. So there's some disclaimers here. In order to boost this property, you must be the listing agent or have permission from the listing agent to do so. So again, we talked about that. Make sure you get permission. If you're wanting to be able to get leads and you don't have your own listings, please just contact the listing agent for a property that is going to show really well, has great pictures, and is going to pop. Those are the kind, when you're talking about a single image ad copy like this, those are the kind that you're going to need to be able to really get, for 100, whatever you're going to invest in, to be able to get some leads in and start some conversations with them. Because let's say they do opt in on $1 million listing and you spent $150 of your own money. Now, they may not end up buying that $1 million listing, but if they're in the market for $1 million listing, they might be in the market for another $1 million listing somewhere else. Just saying, the name of the game is to collect the pool of the people that you want to attract, and then find other marketing and systems to be able to stay in front of them and sell them something eventually, right? That's the name of the game. So, okay, so though we've covered all of that, we're not going to do the checkout here today. Just wanted to show you that. Now let's go back to the playbook here. So the digital promotion. Okay, so here the next play after property boost is digital promotion. On this page, you'll find a series of ready to promote digital marketing assets. Click the share button below each asset to quickly get exposure to your listing. So you have a squeeze page that's already done for you. I'll show you what that looks like here. Single property squeeze page here. Chat with us now, ask an agent a question, request a showing, property email alerts, print a flyer, share on Facebook, share on Twitter, share on Pinterest. So this is where they'll be directed to, right?
So can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
I noticed, I didn't know have you already activated some of these things while you were practicing or while you were kind of
No, I'm
looking
just
at
doing,
this?
no.
None?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Looks like there that something had been completed. But I guess just because of that, but we had a showing request just a few minutes ago on Redbud. That's why I was
Oh,
asking. I'm
yeah,
like,
no,
man, this is working. This is working.
yeah. How quickly that can come
I
back
was
and give you
watching
some
my
results.
phone and it dinged somebody's showing requested,
Uh,
but
how funny, no coincidence.
okay.
So the landing page here, there's landing page link is already here for you, and it creates a hashtag for you right here. So anybody that, I mean, this is done for you. You can edit the landing page if you want right here, but you can just post this link to your squeeze page or your landing page. I'll show you what this landing page looks like. Beautiful. Got a property summary right there. Enter email, cell phone is optional, and then see price and pictures right here. Okay. Now you just click where you want it to go. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Do people still do Pinterest? 2017, everybody was on Pinterest. Everybody was blasting Pinterest. Like, get on Pinterest,
Yes, they
you
still
know.
use Pinterest.
Yeah.
My gosh, yes, they still use Pinterest.
I guess I stepped out of that realm a while back. Haven't been
Yeah,
in
you
a
don't even
while.
TikTok, so don't talk.
I know. Craigslist. So here you would need, if you want to promote it on Craigslist, you can, super easy, but you will need to import a Google Chrome extension first for Craigslist in order to be able to just take all the information from your listing and it automatically populates and creates an ad with like a one-click type deal, really simple. If you want to customize the text code, first complete the custom text code play. So they use the text code in their Craigslist advertisement. So if you're wanting to change that, it's just saying, go back and do that earlier. Make sure to install our Craigslist Chrome extension. There's a link in order to do that, really simple right there. To use this auto post feature, instructions on how to use this extension can be found here. So all of that, they take you right through. It's a little bit of a, going and installing that, then going into, if you would have to have a Craigslist account already. It's free to set up. But I've got a few leads from some of the listings. I've used that before and I have gotten some leads through there. So just another way
Is anybody still using Craigslist? I don't know.
yeah. Um, there you go. And then if you want to just quickly post these to your own social media, these buttons are available to be able to go and auto post them to your Facebook, auto post them to Twitter and your Pinterest accounts. Okay. Follow up and communicate is the next play here. Initiate seller report email. So send reports to, and then you can put the email address for your seller right there and start emails. Do that earlier also, like we said, when we were first starting the play. And activate smart campaign. Assigns a smart campaign to any leads that come in as a result of the promotion that you're doing for this listing. Okay. So if you're using any of the property boosts, digital
Any of these plays, right?
promotions, any of these plays, it's going to attach a campaign to it that can go, or use the default campaign if you want. The core follow up for the new buyer leads is really great in and of
I mean, I
itself.
think this is so great that I don't have to, I mean, that it's suggesting that to me and I don't have to go set one up or do all that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
remember how to do it. It's
yeah,
just done for me. It's
yep.
awesome.
you just want to obviously make sure that any campaign that you want it to go on, that you've got it already activated,
Right.
turned on in the back end over there. But yeah, that's
Great.
basically it in a nutshell for the promote a listing playbook. And then as you're going through these, you can check all the boxes to make sure that you've done everything that you need to do. Here's all the playbook results will be right here for you. So you can kind of look and see what you've implemented and how it's going,
It's working.
bird's eye view.
Yeah.
Yeah. These contacts are notified matching buyers from your smart CRM plus new contacts registering from your playbook activity. So this would be how it's going here. And then you can view that in your CRM. These are agents that are notified as part of the notify agents play and the number of potential buyers they have in their smart CRM. So you can also do this kind of like the reverse prospecting function that we have in our MLS to be able to contact other agents that might have buyers that are also using KvCore in your brokerage, right? Not all agents everywhere, but agents that are in your brokers that are also using KvCore could be able to be reminded, hey, you've got some leads that are potentially hot buyers for this listing, right? Um, then the quick sheet button right here is just a easy way to generate that, go straight to that squeeze page, landing page, and the property link for if you're gonna say, okay, you just put the deal in the MLS, you got it, all these things out there, you put all the marketing out there, now you're live and the world knows about it. You want to give a link to your seller to promote their listing. You don't want them to promote the Zillow link or the Realtor.com link or whatever other public facing
Yeah.
website that is going to ultimately lead them to call, a
Different agent.
another agent. So make sure that you text them that link that drives them back to your website and encourage them to share that link on their social media pages. And you start doing the same on your pages too, and then you could share that post with your seller, whatever way. But I just always encourage you use the link to your KvCore website for the property always, so that it ensures that they're contacting you. So that's it in a nutshell. It's already 11:55. Wow, that was super fast. I was just going to show you also in the
Don't forget.
marketing tools here, design center, and we have new
Yeah.
core listing machine here. So when you have, here's all the my listings here, and like we have assets that as soon as you get a new listing, you'll get a email from KvCore that says all your assets are ready. It takes a little bit of time once it's registered that you have a new listing in the MLS, but it's already going to be sent to you through an email that you can access this information, but you can also just access it from here too. So the core listing machine has right here marketing listing kits, the default kit, all listings, branding the agent, and how
Yeah, so
this.
if you wanted to change or edit or create a new kit that would get created automatically, then you can create a new one
Yeah,
there and
right.
then
That
have
little
a
green button
choice.
right there.
Yeah, it's awesome. I
First
use
step,
it a
create
lot.
the settings, create a kit for specific types of listings, i.e. luxury listings, east side listings. You set the criteria, pick the listing life cycle status, and then you pick up which designs get created or simply use the default provided kit. New listing materials is the next step. When you have a listing that matches the criteria of a kit, new marketing materials will be automatically created. You will be sent an email to notify you that new materials are ready to be used. Then the last step is take action. Okay, access the created materials and use them in your marketing efforts for that listing. Download, print, share, or post to social media. Each time your listing changes to a different listing lifecycle status, a new kit of materials will be created. So again, going back to just reduced or open house or just sold, you can grab some postcards if you want. You can grab door hangers, anything that you're going to want to be using for print materials will be in there. But let's look at just an example of kind of the one for that one we were using earlier. There's a video right here. It's just going to take the pictures like a slideshow video. It's going to take the pictures from the listing and it's already ready to go. And then
Voila. Making sound effects for it. Good job. Yeah, it's slow because your internet on.
it's only 10 seconds long.
Yeah.
Only
You
got
can,
like one photo imported
yeah.
in there.
Yeah, I think you can edit it or whatever, but
Yeah. Anyway, there's a video there. There's a
just an
flyer.
announcement. Yeah.
And you could change this for team, for the brokerage, co-agent, for the single agent. Have, whatever, you tweak all of this in the settings here.
Mhm.
They've got a social square post for like
Yep.
Instagram.
Facebook, actually. Mhm.
The square is usually reserved for the Instagram
No,
posts.
usually your Insta is the portrait one.
Well, if you're going to do a story or a reel, but like just a regular post, like in the feed,
Oh, gotcha.
it has to be a square image. For story, this is going to be that portrait mode,
Yeah.
longer one here with this your specs here.
Yeah. So, I mean, it will allow you to do it. I like the fact that it will, you can pick whatever assets that you already commonly use. If you don't use some, you can edit that, and follow your own. If you already have like a checklist of things that you do marketing wise for a new listing, or for a closed listing, same thing. If you've already got that checklist designed, then you just can set this up to follow your checklist, add things, take out things, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, perfect. Maybe have a style, you can change it. Look at it from a luxury standpoint, you can look at those, that they're all kind of cool. Or just use the traditional ones.
Yep. That was really, I think, it. Did anybody else have any questions? We checked.
I've been watching Workplace. I've
Okay,
been
good.
watching it there, but I haven't seen any questions coming through yet. So I think we are.
I was like, oh, last time this happened, there's breakers on front of the HVAC.
All
We
right.
got
That's,
Bethy.
yep.
I think that's bad.
We got
Right.
the heating and air is going to be addressed here in the office here shortly. So I really appreciate you guys jumping on this month. Again, if you want to do more of a deep dive into Facebook ads, how to really do your own Facebook advertising for your listings using any other message besides just a single ad image copy, you can do that. Let me know down in the comments if you got some value out of this. I hope you did. Let me know. And if you have some other topics that you want me to cover regarding KvCore or how to use AI in your business, I'll be happy to get some feedback from you guys. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, you guys. I'm Jason with Great Branson Homes, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.